बदल जाती है।
Guests are in the auditorium, please stand up. Namaste, a very good morning to all delegates, scholars, our esteemed guests, and all the audience members present here. I am Professor Dr. Pallavi Goyal on the behalf of the organizing committee of today's conference. Like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you this morning. Welcome to the second day of the ICAC3N 2023. The mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind, and the consciousness is the highest. The senses are superior to matter. The human brain is an extraordinary marvel, an intricate and sophisticated organ that serves as the command center for the entire body. With approximately 86 billion neurons, each forming countless connections, it possesses an unparalleled capacity for processing information, learning, and adapting. The brain's ability to create, store, and retrieve memories allows individuals to learn from the past and plan for the future. That is the goal of this year's IEEE conference. So plan for the future of technology for us as well as our future generations. I welcome to all the dignitaries, Honorable Group Captain Professor Dr. P.K. Chopra, VSM DGEI, Professor Dr. S.N. Singh, who is our chief guest. Welcome, sir. Professor Dr. Ashish K. Singh, Professor Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari, Professor Dr. Asim Kadri, Professor Dr. Avdesh Kumar, Professor Dr. Brijesh Singh, Professor Dr. Shashank Avasthi, Professor Dr. Vishnu Sharma, sir, who is our HOD, and Professor Dr. Ajay Beniwal, to come on the stage for the lamp lighting. I'm requesting to all of you, dignitaries, the volunteers, please escort them for the lamp lighting. Dr. Ajay Beniwal, please come, join us. We'll proceed with the ceremony.
हेलो माँ सरस्वती शारदे
मा सरस्वती शारदे पूर्ण इस अज्ञान उदधि से पूर्ण इस अज्ञान उदधि से वीणा पानी तार दे तार दे तार दे माँ सरस्वती शारदे माँ सरस्वती शारदे सूर्य ब्रह्म शिव विष्णु गजानन जिन चरणों को सेवते हाँ सूर्य ब्रह्म शिव विष्णु गजानन जिन चरणों को सेवते हम शिशु हैं अज्ञानी माता इन चरणों का प्यार दे वीणा पानी तार दे तार दे तार दे माँ सरस्वती शारदे माँ सरस्वती शारदे माँ सरस्वती शारदे
Thanks to all. Thanks to the students as well. Now proceedings to the next, I request the dignitaries, our Chief Guest, Professor Dr. S.N. Singh, DG Sir, Professor Dr. Ashish Kumar Singh, Professor Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari, and HOD Sir to come on dais. Volunteers, please escort them. Now move to the next. I'm requesting to DG Sir to welcome our dignitaries with the bouquet. To Professor Dr. S.N. Singh, who is our chief guest. Huge round of applause. To Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari. To Professor Ashish K. Singh. To Professor Dr. Shashank Avasthi. Please come on the stage, sir. To Professor Dr. Avdesh Kumar, Pro Vice Chancellor of Galgodias University. To Professor Dr. Brajesh Kumar Singh. To Professor Dr. Asim Qadir, Director of Galgodias College of Engineering and Technology. To Professor Dr. Ashok Yadav. Huge round of applause, please, audience. Now I'm requesting to HOD sir to welcome our DG sir. I'm requesting the huge round of applause continuously, please. Thanks to all.
I, Ritu Diwan, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Engineering Department, will be the co-host for the day. I would like to request our chief guest of the event, Professor Dr. S.N. Singh, who is the Director, ABV IIITM Gwalior, Chairman, IEEE India Council and Advisor, IEEE UP Section, to address the curious audience. So please.
Good morning to all of you. This is the second day of the conference. You have seen the guests sitting on the dais, the DG, Vishnu Sharma, the organizer, and the director, head of departments, various faculty members. And today the new two people, those are sitting on the dais. I can see Professor Ashish Singh, who is immediate past chair of IEEE Uttar Pradesh section, Ashish Tiwari, who is the secretary of IEEE Uttar Pradesh section, and all these people came just late evening yesterday and to attend this conference on the request of Vishnu Sharma. This conference is the 15th series, and always Vishnu Sharma basically, even though one is not even over, he starts for next one. So already he has bid for this next one. And almost his date is also fixed. I think for last 2 or 3 years I'm looking this, the 15, 16 his date is fixed, so it is basically, it seems it is his date. So next year I don't know, I think maybe the same date, I guess, yes. Huh? Ek din aage piche, due to the, weekend and other things that she include. So the theme of the conference is very relevant of the day, and we all technocrats work in those areas for the various things, and especially when see the tagline of IEEE, it is a technology, advancing technology for humanity. Always I say that technology should be helping the needy, technology should be helping to our day-to-day life, and also the comfort and other things are also required. But at the same time, this technology is going in the different directions as well. When we started long back with the certain technology for the, like even those simple pistols, it was for safeguard with the animals and other things. But these are not used for them, it is used to kill other people as well. So the technology, once it's moving, at the same time it is having a lot of disruptive technology, normally we say, those are the destruction for humanity. Nowadays the AI, everyone is talked, as you know. Smart technologies, we say every discipline, the smart technologies are penetrating. This is basically helping and it is advancing. So this, even though AI and machine learning, the government of India is also celebrating and making many, many events. Our Modi ji also doing a lot of things, and it is going in the very nice fashion, but at the same time it is a very, very, now you can say the fake DP and a lot of other problems. So that's we have started talking about the ethical AI. Because the AI is basically for needing for the help, doing many, many complex things in the very fraction of seconds, it is giving the solution, but at the same time it can be misused and that creating the problem. So this is the life, because no technology is perfect for anything. It has the pros and cons, and we are trying to take it in the better way rather than in the bad way. Smart technology, whether it's a computer, communication, you can see he has taken all this area like computing, your communication, control and networking. It is the, even though in electrical, mechanical, civil, all the areas, the smart technologies are playing a very vital role, and this is one technology that we cannot say it is for computer science, it is not applicable to civil engineering. So now there's a multidisciplinary research, multidisciplinary technologies are there. Those are basically helping the nation development, and once nation will develop, certainly we'll be also developing ourselves. So this is a happening, but it is not that the technology, once we define what is the smart technology. Normal technology is not smart, because always we are searching a good words to add it adjectives, and then it gives the different flavor. Many, many good features are there in the smart technologies that we want that it should have a automatic, and everything can be done without intervention of man. So machines should work. Nowadays, people are thinking that AI is good, but maybe it cannot give the feeling to you, because AI can solve the problem. It can do all the things, but can it cry? Can it show the sadness? Can it feel the happiness, which living things can do? But it is expected by 2030, all these features will also come in the AI. Now then, you can say it is a very, very, we have to think very, very positive side. Negative side is also coming together. So the last word is the networking. We are how much socially networked. Everyone has their WhatsApp, WeChat, Telegram, many these social media connections are there, we connect. And again, thanks to this communication, because if communication is not there, only option was face-to-face, in-person connections. But now this communication has played a vital role, and now we are 5G, already we are in the era, now we are going for the 6G and the 7G, already government has started the initiatives. A lot of the task forces are there. A lot of, even though manufacturing of chips in our country is going to happen. So the startup to chip, a lot of 100 institutions are given crores of rupees to do the research so that we can develop the chip in-house and in India, so that we can solve many problems, especially those are the deprived people, our agricultural people, various people are there. So the technology is moving very fast. We have to cope with this, and these type of conferences always try to update you in the new environment, because we normally do our routine works, we go for the teaching and learning, student, if you are a student, you are listening. Some courses you are delivering, finally writing exams, getting grades and go away. But in the conferences, all the different areas touch together, and it will be very good for you that you can listen carefully. I think I saw the various keynote speakers are there. They are basically also speaking, because the 1 hour keynote lecture is just equivalent to one book, or at least 1 or 2 chapters, because he might have collected the information of the various corners. So it is a good, and always wherever you are working, which area you are working, try to listen other areas as well, because the now is the age of the multidisciplinary. Because the areas are, core areas are saturated. Same this you can say any functions. It is running for many years, hundreds of years. What we do, we take the technology of other disciplines, we put it, now the new research. So it is a good event which is happening in this Gilgotia College also. Avdesh ji also there, he also organized many conferences, at least 2, 3 at least I guess in the year. And here also 2 or 3 in the year, this college and university. So they are organizing almost a year, 6 conferences. So, and a lot of people are coming, discussing. You are also presenting your papers. You can also clean your hands with the new ideas and other things. So it's good, and thank you very much. I wish you all the best, that once you will walk away from after this conference, certainly it will be adding the value to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a knowledgeable address. Next, I request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari, Secretary IEEE and Associate Professor in IIIT Allahabad, to address the audience.
Good morning to all of you. Our chief guest, Professor S.N. Singh sir, the Assis sir, the dignitaries from this institution, Vishnu Sharma sir, and all of you who are coming from different parts of the country and join this conference at this place. So every time I feel delighted when I see GCET, and I feel a new energy here. Every person who is organizing or conferences, he always eager to do the next step or next conference very rigorously. So I feel very happy that all of you are well connected with IEEE. As a secretary of IEEE, I would like to tell you that IEEE is also part of this conference, and IEEE always wants a quality in its work. So whatever papers and whatever technology you are going to develop or discuss at this particular conference is really at the international level. So all the young people from the technology who are joining this conference, they are going to get a lot of knowledge from here. And I'm thanking Dr. Vishnu Sharma sir for organizing such a great conference. This is the 5th in series, and he has already planned for 6th next year. So I wish him all the best, and thank you for inviting me at this particular place. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Ashish K. Singh, Professor, EE Department, MNIT, Allahabad, immediate past section chair, IEEE UP section.
Honorable DG Sahab, the chief guest for today's function, and our mentor, Professor S.N. Singh Sahab, Akhilesh ji, our section secretary for IEEE Uttar Pradesh section, and my dear friends. नाम लेने से इसलिए बच रहा हूं क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हैं, ठीक है, किसी का छूट गया तो मुसीबत होगी. तो आप सभी को नमस्ते. The very purpose of today's event, for my visit at least, because everyone is saying about Vishnu Sharma ji, yes, he is the very basic reason that who has brought all of us on this particular forum here. So a big thanks to him. But really in the morning I was discussing this thing, ki what affiliation we have with Galgotia Engineering College. I was discussing with the dignitaries that we have a very long association since not 19 to 2013, right? So we are having that association when our first section conference UPCon was organized at this particular institution, and that was a really big event where we both IEEE Uttar Pradesh section and Galgotia Engineering College, they came forward and started utilizing the resources of each and everyone, became the strength for each and other, and that was the beginning. Now next thing is that this particular institution was having a very strong strength of student volunteers and professional volunteers also at that time. And that was the reason they were having that strength to organize this thing. So I will not say what is the strength of today, but definitely today's strength of IEEE members is not that much. Though I feel that the number of students and number of staff members have increased manifold. And Galgotia Engineering College has also emerged as a leader in their domain of their performance. So my best wishes for all the growth to everyone, and we are always there, and we feel very privileged to be associated with you as Uttar Pradesh section IEEE. But what is IEEE? Let me tell me for a few things. IEEE is the Institution of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. That is the world's largest forum for the professionals, having a history since 1884, right? and this IEEE name came into existence in 1964. So this all I have read from this website IEEE.org. I also request you to go for those details if you are. A very recent news is that earlier we were not that, since last many years we were trying, and recently our member systems across the globe has also reached 450,000. So we are the part of that particular community who is connected professionally with each other. So what IEEE can do for you? That is the best question, which I have found till today from the youngsters like you, from the professional from the industry, and my friends and colleagues in the academia. So IEEE can basically give you a platform where you can connect, learn, or develop your skills beyond those things which are your main area of focus. Basically, as a student, I was trained only in the area of power system, right? But today, I have some skills in the area of AI also, but though AI was not there when I was a student. So similarly, I'm not talking about myself. There are so many who have trained in some other areas and having developing their skills or developed their skills already in some other areas who are nowhere connected with that thing, but they have developed. So this is possible with IEEE because here you will find that there are 39 societies and other 7 special interest groups where you can find something useful for you, right? And whenever there is some difference in the knowledge, when there is some additional skill you want to get, it is additionally interesting also. To my younger colleagues who are the future leaders, I'm insisting on this only because nobody of us, all of us who are sitting here or they are in the first row or who are your teachers or mentors, they are still not in a position to say anything about what will be the required skill set after 10 years. Trust me, right? So keep on thinking on that direction also. So what IEEE gives you? IEEE gives you an environment by participation only. I'm not saying about that you become a member, right? By participation. You go on the website, identify some opportunities for you and participate. Membership is not required. No, not at all, right? Only participation. So that is my interest to communicate with you. You shall also learn those things where you are not studying, which are not an area or a focus, but they sometimes attract you. And definitely I'm saying this thing because here Galgotia Engineering College, it was the only college in the IEEE UP section which won one award, international award of IEEE from their BTech project. I do not remember the name of those students, but I know the name of mentor of those students. He was Professor Chauhan. I think he is presently with Dayalbagh Engineering College. And that particular group of students, they participated with their BTech project in that award thing, and they got an opportunity to travel to that IEEE headquarters at USA to get that award. So why not you? Why not you? Right? It was non-mandatory for them to become the member of IEEE. I think later they became the member of IEEE when they planned to go over there. So what is wrong in that? Suppose you are doing something which is your coursework, you are putting something extra in that just because of some motivation or some decided goal, pre-decided goals, right? And you are finally getting an award. So why not you? You can also become a part of that. Right? I know so many students, I have so many success stories to tell and share with you. Yes, these are the students who come forward, who participate, and they get the awards. So that is the only thing which I wanted to share you. I invite all of you, and do not become member first in first go. Try to participate only. Identify, there are so many video competitions, website competitions, quizzes, etc., where you can easily participate and enjoy the benefits of those things. And when you feel, yes, there is some difference between membership and non-membership, that may become a motivation for you for getting a membership. So that is the thing which I wanted to share. Please participate with IEEE activities and try to become enriched, right? Because this is going to be advantageous for the coming time. And with all these words, thank you all with this Galgotia family that they given me opportunity to see so many new friends and getting an opportunity to become a friendship with you. Trust me, if you are not a friend, we will become after some time. I hope we will be in connect. So as the sir said, yes, IEEE provides you a platform for networking also. Yes, this is the platform where we are getting networked and see so many new faces and we meet old friends. So please, that is the only message which I wanted to give. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir, for the valuable information and address. The mind once stressed by a new idea never regains its original dimensions, by Oliver Wendell Holmes. Now, I would like to request Dr. Anna Clark, Partner Director, Data and AI, Artificial Intelligence Services Australia, to address the audience. It's an online mode. Welcome, Anna.
Hello, Dr. Pallavi. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you, Anna.
Awesome. Perfect. So I'm going to share first my presentation, if it's okay.
Welcome, my fellow developers. Software development is incomplete.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Anna.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Professor Dr. Pallavi Gol, Dr. Vishu Sharma, and Dr. Harsha Sinha, as well as the entire team at Galgotia's College of Engineering and Technology for the welcome and the introduction. My name is Anna Clark. I am the founder and CEO of Smart Data. We are a consultancy services in AI and data in Australia. So at the moment I am in Melbourne. I have the pleasure and the honor and I would like to say thank you for inviting me to participate in this conference. During all this year, we have seen and read news daily about how AI and large language models can be used to write exams, code, and so on. So over the last 2 years, large language models has been a hot topic, and it seems that computers have suddenly become capable of performing tasks that we once thought only humans could do. And with these developments, we might feel a little lost, even those of us who have been in this field for a long time. Therefore, I decided to dive deeper into the evolution of these large language models. And today I am excited to share some of my findings with all of you in a way that is easier to understand to anyone. I will share a brief evolution of these models, their breakthroughs and limitations, and why we ended up with ChatGPT. Before we delve into my presentation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of Australia, which is a traditional way to start meetings here. So before we begin our meeting today, we wish to pay respect and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather. We recognize their continuing connection to land, water, and culture, and we pay our respects to their elders, both past and present. We extend the respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today, and we also acknowledge the important role that Aboriginal people continue to play within our community, and we thank them for their ongoing contribution. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Let us carry this acknowledgement in our mind and our hearts as we move forward with our meeting. While I was preparing this presentation, as I thought about where to begin the timeline, how far back in history I wanted to reach. And I thought to start with Alan Turing. Alan Turing's paper, Computing Machinery and Intelligence, was published in 1950 and was considered a seminal work in the field of AI. In this paper, Turing suggests a test to determine whether a machine can think. This test was originally named as the limitation game, but now is known as the Turing test. The Turing test has been controversial since it was first proposed, but despite the controversy, the Turing test remains an important benchmark in the field of AI, and Alan Turing is considered one of the fathers of AI. Then if we move to 1966, I'm going to leave a lot of history in the middle due to time. But ELIZA was a rudimentary language model designed to simulate conversations by recognizing keywords and phrases and generating response based on pre-programmed scripts. This rule-based approach enabled ELIZA to simulate certain types of conversations. However, ELIZA, different now with ChatGPT, couldn't understand any of the content of the conversation and didn't learn from its interactions. It also could not remember past interaction or use contextual knowledge in its responses. One of the most famous scripts from ELIZA was known as Doctor, simulating giving psychological advice. So despite its simplicity, some users attributed understanding and emotions to ELIZA, believing that the program understood their problems and sympathized with them. This shows how humans, us as people, we started earlier to try to find interaction and connection with this kind of computers and chat tools. Well, here, I don't know if you know him or if you have watched the movie 2001, and Space Odyssey. Arthur Clarke is one of the minds behind this film that was very famous at that time, that movie. And in the year 1968, he stated that by the year 2000, there would be AI capable of writing like a human. He missed the mark by a few years, but he was not too far off. Let's see if the video works. Hopefully, if not, I have already shared the link in the chat, so let me know if you can.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear the audio of the video.
It's not working?
It's not audible. The video's audio is not audible.
Yes, I have shared. I had that problem last year. So if you check the chat in Zoom, I have shared the. I will stop to present.
Anna, in the chat, we can share it to the audience. Later on, we can play it if possible.
Okay.
No problem. We can make it. We will share to the audience. No problem. You continue with your session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
In this interview, you will see that at that time, nobody thought really that a machine could have the possibility to interact as a human. If you have not watched this movie, I really recommend you watch this weekend because it's an amazing movie. And you will hear about HAL 9000, which is this sentient computer based in natural language techniques in the movie.
Takes over the.
Then if we move to 1980s, here emerged the recurrent neural networks. And it was a crucial development in the field of artificial neural network. And the term recurrent means that the output from the previous step is fed as an input to the current step. In the traditional neural networks, all the inputs and outputs are independent of each other. So with these RNNs, they had the big advantage over the traditional neural networks because they could remember previous information, which helps a lot when you are dealing with sequential data like synthesis or time series as well. So, however, these RNNs have had a big drawback. They struggle to remember things from too long ago. If something important happened early on in the sequence, an RNN might not be able to recall it by the end. So, and it is known as the vanishing gradient problem. So in 1997, the low short-term memories were developed, and they helped address the vanishing gradient problem in the traditional RNNs, allowing them to learn longer sequences. The development of these long short-term memories make the beginning of this new era in natural language processing. The limitations of these long short-term memories were that they were more complex and required more computational intensity, which could make the slower to train this neural network. Also, they could handle longer sequences than the RNNs, but they still have their limits, no? For example, they could struggle to work with a whole document or a whole book, for example. And another challenge was the parallelization. Parallelization is the process of performing multiple operations simultaneously. This presents a unique challenge when dealing with RNNs, including their short-term memories, because they work with sequential data, like a synthesis of time series, no? So it means that for this type of data, the order matters. You cannot just rearrange the words in a synthesis and expect that it to mean the same things. So these RNNs have to process the data in order, because what it sees next depends on what it has seen before. This sequential nature means that they cannot easily be parallelized. This is a significant drawback because it means that this kind of neural network can be slower to train compared to other type of models. However, with these limitations, it is the technology that we had until 2017. What happened in 2017? When in 2017, researchers from Google published this paper. Attention is all you need. Yes, this was a masterpiece. And in this paper, they proposed a solution to the problems presented by the recurrent artificial networks and the low short-term memories. They proposed a new way to organize neural networks called transformers. In this new structure, there is a new layer added to the network dedicated to what the researchers call attention. Attention refers to how we humans see. When we see things, we see a lot of information, but only we pay attention to particular objects while we ignore others. The idea here is that the neural network does exactly the same. Analyze a large amount of text all at once, using it to extract the content of what is being discussed, paying attention only to the most important details. Also, the attention mechanism allows parallelization. Attention does not require words be processed sequentially. One after another, we can process all the words at the same time, and this allows us to have dozens of GPUs working all at once. So training our large language model or even generating words in our language model. So Transformer was a major breakthrough. the missing piece in the world of large language models. And the attention layer has allowed us to advance in 2 or 3 years, much more than was advanced in the entire last decade. Although transformers require significant computer resources to train, and in 2018, 1 year after Transformer was presented to the world, Google introduced BERT. BERT come from a bidirectional encoder representation from transformers. BERT is a model that was built in this transformer architecture and made a significant impact in the field of natural language processing. It is a model that is trained to understand the context of the words in sentences by looking at the words that come before and after. That's why it is called bidirectional. Before BERT, oh, sorry. Sorry, Palavi, you are calling me?
Yeah, actually, Anna, more speakers are on the way. That's why I'm just telling you. Can you be a little bit faster with your presentation?
Okay, fair enough. Thank you very much for letting me know. Okay, I will move on a little bit more. So after BERT, BERT was introduced in Google search, and that improves significantly the way that we search in Google. And however, even if Google created this architecture transformer, was AI who really made the most of the technology. And the main initiative of OpenAI was GPT, that come from generative pre-trained transformers. And so it means that generating new output is pre-trained, so there is based in data is already trained, and is based on this architecture transformer. And here I wanted to present you briefly the evolution of the models from OpenAI, how they evolved from GPT-1, which only was capable to work with 117 million parameters, which is massive, but has limitation in maintaining coherence in the text, to GPT-3, which and then it became later on in GPT-4, which was training 175 billion parameters. And this is the model that we became aware with ChatGPT. ChatGPT became, let me show you the next slide. It's here. So ChatGPT is what most people who does not code, because before ChatGPT was possible, as I showed in the previous slides, to use large language model, the GPT models trained by OpenAI through scripts. So with ChatGPT, we have this interface where through prompting, we can interact with this model. And with ChatGPT, the difference with the previous one is OpenAI had to work a little bit harder. They have to implement reinforcement learning from human feedback in order to try to reduce the bias that the previous model presented. So the thing that I want to probably mention is that understanding ChatGPT is understanding that it's a model that is based on probabilities. So it's a word predictor. It is surreal, and it is hard to believe that all this machine is doing is calculating the most probable words that will appear after my text. However, it's important to recognize that this language model do not understand the concept that words mean, the words represent. For example, if I write the word house, someone will imagine a specific material construction with doors and windows and so on. A computer has no idea about this. Computers only understand numbers. And that was mentioned from during the previous speaker as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you in between because the more speakers are also here.
Yeah, I am just finishing.
Yeah.
And I am going to skip this because others speaker mentioned about ethical considerations. And I go
Definitely,
in.
Anna. Yeah, thank you so much for this research topic which you have shared to us. Definitely, our students who are here, they will be connecting to you soon with the person because we are planning to conduct a webinar with you soon. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you very much,
Thank you,
Dr.
dear. Thank
Pallavi.
you.
Enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye.
Thank you so much, Anna. Now we'll be beginning with our felicitation ceremony. So I request our Honorable DG Sir to felicitate our guest. I request DG Sir to present the memento, token of honor, and shawl to Professor Dr. S.N. Singh, our chief guest. A huge round of applause. Next, I request Professor Dr. Ashish K. Singh, sir. Thank you, sir. A huge round of applause. Thank you, sir. Next to Professor Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari. Next to Professor Dr. Avdesh Kumar, sir. A huge round of applause. Professor Dr. Brajesh Singh. Next to Professor Dr. Shashank Avasthi. Last but not the least, our Director Sir, Professor Dr. Muhammad Asim Qadri Sir. Thank you so much, DG Sir, and all the dignitaries. The human mind is a boundless ocean of potential where waves of thought roar and flow. Shaping the shores of our perception, it is a reservoir of creativity, innovation, and resilience, capable of weathering the storms of adversity and charting the new courses of understanding. Now, I request Professor Dr. Vishnu Sharma, HOD CSE and Allied Specialized Branches, to present the vote of thanks to all our delegates and esteemed guests.
Good morning. Jai Hind. I, Dr. Vishnu Sharma, Convener and Conference Organizing Chair, ICAC3N 2023, the 5th International Conference on Advanced and Computer and Communication Networking. This is technically and financially co-sponsored by the IEEE EP sections. Convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our Honorable Chairman Sir Sri Sunil Galvatia ji and Honorable Dr. Dhruv Galvatia ji, is the CEO of GEI, for their constant guidance and support to the safe of this conference. My special thanks to Honorable Dr. Group Captain of Dr. P.K. Chopra ji, BSM Director of GEI, and our Director GCT, Dr. Asim Mohammad Qadri ji, in all possible manner to organize this support of this conference. I would also thanks to respected our Dr. Abdesh Kumar, is the Pro Vice Chancellor of Galgotias University. So thank you, sir. He has supported so many times. And I also thanks to Dr. Brajesh Singh, it's a MIT director. Thank you, sir, for coming over here. Now, I would like to thanks to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. S.N. Singh, it's an advisor of IEEE sections and All India. Thank you, sir, for coming and accept my invitation, sir. Thank you so much. And I respected Dr. Ashish Kumar Singh, sir. He has also accepted my invitation. It's a very short time. He has arranged all and come over here. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. And Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari, IEEE EP sections, it's a secretary. Thank you so much, sir, for coming over here. Thank you all the directors and all the deans and all HODs and all the faculty members and all my students and volunteer students and our extreme claim students. They have done good job, very good job. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request all the delegates, esteemed guests, and the audience to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Now I request all the dignitaries on the dais, our esteemed guest, for a group photograph. Sir, please. Sir, idhar. Sir, there, sir. Sir, yeah, that way, sir. Sir, only the guests and the dais, rest will join. Guests will be. They'll be joining us with the subsequent photograph. बच्चे कहाँ हैं रे? चलो आओ तुम जाओ. सब सब चलो. Thank you so much everyone for the photograph. Now I request all the dignitaries to move for a cup of tea in D Block Arena. All the students please remain seated unless the dignitaries leave the auditorium. The keynote session will be continuing here in the online mode. All the students please be seated here. अरे यार, किसी ने ज्वाइन किया ऑनलाइन में? डायरेक्टर आरईसी बिज कौन है ये? अच्छा कौन है? अनुपम मिश्रा, मुझे नहीं पता. नितेश है ना, इसी का कर देती हूँ फिर. अब नितेश का कर देती हूँ. ये है आरईसी बिजनौर. ये है कौन? ये तो पहले नितेश पुरोहित का कर देती हूँ. All of you please maintain the decorum. We are continuing with the online session. He is waiting. Now we have Professor Dr. N. Badal with us in an online mode. Professor Dr. N. Badal is the Director of Rajkiya Engineering College, Bijnor, UP. Sir, am I audible to you?
Yeah, yeah,
So
you
we
are audible.
welcome you to this IEEE conference and we request you to please start with the session.
Thank you, thank you. Am I audible to all of
Yes,
you?
sir, you're audible and you're very much visible to us. So
Thank you,
lovely to
Dosh.
have you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. So first of all, a very warm good morning to all of you. It's a great honor for me to be talking with you all today on this very exciting occasion. I am delighted to have the opportunity to address such a talented gathering of delegates, researchers, and hard-working, lovely students. Dear students, so I am very much thankful to Professor Vishnu Sharma, conference convener, for providing me this opportunity. I want to congratulate the entire organizing team and good wishes for the grand success of this international conference. As we know that technology of the today world is evolving at a rapid pace. Day by day, we are listening about new technology and trends of the computing. In the present year, we were listening about artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, AR, VR, 5G, cybersecurity, high performance computing, and etc. But in 2024, scenario will be changed. It's my view, scenario will be definitely changed. So here I am focusing on some of the emerging technology and trends on which we should watch for the make an attempt at in 2024. Dear all, as we know, in 2024, we will focus on the next trend of the AI and machine learning, that is generative AI. After smart devices and IoT, definitely we will move towards the smarter devices and Internet of everything. We are listening today Internet of things, but in future definitely we should work, or we should focus our research on Internet on of everything. In that we can make the communication with man and machine to machine and etc. Definitely data analytics domain will be start moving toward the datafication. We are working today on AR VR, but the future of AR VR, we have to move towards the extended reality, genomics. Not only we should work on the 3D images, but in future we have to work on the 5D, 6D, 7D, and many more image functionality. Cybersecurity definitely changed towards the digital trust, because now we have to make the trusting element, we have to generate the trusting element in the digital transformation. We have to accelerate our digital transformation also. 2024 will be the era of 3D printing and robotic process automation. There is a need to work on process automation for the robotics. After HPC high performance computing of 2023, definitely 2024 will be the era of edge computing, quantum computing, computing power, and blockchain technology. So definitely we should think the emerging trends of the future, all these type of technology and trends. Because of the limitation of the time, I am not going in deep for detailed discussion, but I am sure that these themes will be discussed in this valuable conference. So once again, thanks to all of you, and please accept my congratulations and good wishes to this conference. Once again, thanks to all. So please, over to you.
Hello. Am I audible to you, sir?
Yeah. Yes, you are audible. You may continue. Over to you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable address, sir. Thank you so much.
Right.
Now move to the next session. We'll be having a keynote address by Professor Dr. Nitesh Purohit, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Allahabad, Prayagraj. We'll be connecting with him online.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. We can see you even. Welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's indeed a great privilege to join this particular conference. Last time I was there, physically attended this particular conference. It has been a great. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers of this particular conference, particularly Professor Vishnu Sharma ji. He has put a lot of efforts and entire list he was working, and because of which the conference has been organized in such a splendid way. So this year as my keynote address, I would like to briefly discuss a new frontier in the field of the wireless communication systems. And I guess that this is the right platform. So many students are publishing the papers in this particular conference. There is a nice strength of the participants as well. So I think that I must share with all of you a new frontier, which is a paradigm shift indeed. So we know that the communication systems have been designed on a fundamental principles laid down by Shannon in 1948. And the latest communication network, what we are calling the 5G communication system, this is more or less following the same theory or the principles laid down by Shannon. And we are broadly calling it as a Shannon's framework. But 1948 to 2020, 2023 to be precise today, a lot of new research, a lot of new methodologies, a lot of new technologies have become available. And because of this, now one thing is emerging fast. And that instead of adding new technologies to the originally Shannon framework based communication networks, it is always better to define a new network itself, a new framework itself. And to this end, the semantic communication is a field wherein the basic concept or basic structure are supposed to be changed. So the AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, the augmented reality, we are now calling it the extended reality, AR, VR, XR. So several things which have been developed here and there. Actually, all these are supposed to be combined into this new framework, and altogether a new way of communicating the information is supposed to be developed. So a lot of research have happened in this particular direction, where the role of artificial intelligence in developing the system itself have been identified, have been tested. So as of now, I would like to motivate all of you, all the participants who are working in these different fields of communication and information communication technology, information technology, computer science. They should try to explore this new frontier, and I hope that next year when new submissions will be made to this particular conference, there will be a lot of new research findings which can be reported in this particular conference. So that's a wish, that's a way ahead which I would like to share with all of you. And with this, once again, I would like to congratulate the entire institute, Galgotia Institute of Technology, Professor Vishnu Sharma ji, and the entire team, the IEEE team, for successfully organizing this particular conference for several consecutive years. And thank you very much for inviting me. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible to you, Professor Nitesh? Disconnect. Hello? Professor Purohit?
audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Just give us 1 minute. Just give us just 1 minute.
I'll go to your team. Am I audible? Madam, can I have a room for 10 minutes? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Just
Already audience now.
No, no.
We have with us Professor
I can do it this side also.
Professor IIT Kanpur, India ex-chair
Yeah.
of IEEE UP section.
Okay.
So, we're very happy to have you here in this conference. Please start your address for the audience.
Okay, so my screen is,
Am I audible to you?
yeah, you are audible to me. Am I audible to you? Am I audible? Hello?
Ramkumar, sir, Professor Ramkumar.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Sir, please start with your session.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible to
Okay.
us, and
Okay.
your presentation is also visible to us.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. How much time do I have?
So, whatever time you want to take, it's up
Okay,
to you.
so let me make it very short and very crisp so that it will be also useful to the audience. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to thank the organizing team for giving me an opportunity to present my work. So here I am just trying to cover a very, very generic topic called artificial intelligence in everyday's life. So that's what is my prime focus, and I have only one slide to present. But I will go around the slide talking to you many points so that it can be made useful for you. So artificial intelligence is now the buzzword. So now more and more machines are becoming smarter and smarter, and it is going to be in such a way smart. It will try to remove or ease out lot of mundane jobs. For example, certain jobs which you have gained over a period of time as maturity. For example, my father said that if you do this you get this benefit, or I'll put it this way. So when the sky is orangish, so then it says that it is going to rain. Okay, or if there is a bird which is flying on top of this particular zone, it's going to rain. These are all things which they have got from maturity. Okay, and how did this maturity come? It's basically they had accumulated a set of data. This set of data over a period of time, they have derived an information. From that information, they derived a knowledge. So today, the artificial intelligence is getting integrated into everything. So it's getting into machine. It is getting into a small subsystem of a large system. It's getting into it. And so it is trying to make the system more smarter, and it is going to take away little bit of human intelligence. Today, by using artificial intelligence, you can try to put a URL there and start extracting from a URL where you have a video which runs for 45 minutes. You can extract 6 or 7 salient features, including formula. Recently, I visited a conference where Google came and presented. It was able to show interesting features. For example, you have to show in front of AI is show a cat and a dog. So keep on be showing a cat, a dog photo, a cat, a dog photo. Keep showing it some 20, 30 photos. So you keep showing in front of it. Then you try to show only the backside of a cat. It tries to very clearly say it is a cat. So what has happened is it is able to learn the information and it is able to derive. So today machines are asked to learn, solve problems and make decision based on the data. And today, AI has come to such a level that you can give structured data, unstructured data, random data, everything it can do. And the machines which are getting integrated with AI, it is supposed to learn, it is supposed to solve problems, and it is also supposed to make decisions. Making decisions today comes by the data is in front of you. For example, you go and you come to attend a class. You know a faculty member who comes to take that class always comes 5 minutes late. You visit the class 6 times. The 7th time onwards, you make a decision that this faculty always comes 10 minutes late. Let me also walk to the class 10 minutes late. So how did you get to that decision? It's basically by learning from the data of 7 days. So the machines today will learn from the data which is available. It will try to solve problems and it will try to make decisions. Solving problem is I have a set of data. From this data, if I could derive an equation, a first order equation, second order equation, Laplace equation, Fourier transform, I try to develop that. So then what happens? The equation derived, then you is asked to do automated task. It is asked to predict output, and it also takes it also makes things more better. So while using this artificial intelligence, we try to automate tasks. Many of the tasks which generally happens as soon as you come into your home, let's assume that you have a pet. The first thing is you call your pet, or as soon as you enter your home, you call your mom. As soon as you enter your home, you call your friend's name. Or as soon as you enter your room, you go and water the pot. So this is a routine which you do. Now, by using AI, you can try to automate the task. You can predict the outcomes and make better decisions. So now what I will do is I will try to take individual examples and I will try to talk how is AI helping us. Many of it is already available in the market. So you guys would have used it, or you can also try using it. Now let us take a first example of a smart home. The smart home today is already attached with voice assistance. So you call Alexa or Google. So by talking to Alexa, you can connect the Alexa to another device wherein which it can try to switch on a light, switch off a light, appliance, security system. Everything can be done by voice over command. So today what is happening is my son, who is in class 8th, when the school gives an assignment, he comes back home and he calls very friendly, Alexa, this is the assignment, can you tell me the answer? Or it says, Alexa, can you solve this problem? He dictates the problem. Alexa goes to the Google, finds out whatever it is, and it comes back and it dictates the solution. So my son sits down and he writes the solution. Good or bad, but Alexa is going to that level. So Alexa is a voice assistant which again works on artificial intelligence, and wherein which you can try to control light, intensity of the light, color of the light. Today, you can come and tell a device which has artificial intelligence in it, please try to create ambience with a peacock color blue, a copper sulfate blue. Add a tinge of white and yellow together and illuminate the room. The room illumination should be in such a way such that I conducive the intensity with a music system. So all these things can be integrated and it can be done. So today AI is getting integrated into smart homes for smart homes. So here, depending on the preference and depending upon the adaptation of the routine, smart homes are getting constructed today. In a smart home, we try to use predominantly health voice based system. The other next interesting application is going to be healthcare. What it is going to do is it is going to help you in analyzing the medical data. Interestingly, today when you go to a general physician, he says if your blood pressure is more than 120/80, then he says you have a BP. So it is interesting. You are a male, female, it does not bother. If you are an aged person, young person, does not bother. So it just normalizes and he starts giving a medication, which is no way perfect. So now when AI is getting integrated with your healthcare, it analyzes the medical data and it tries to detect the disease in an early fashion, and it also tries to give an accurate decision. See, when you generally go to a corporate hospital, what they do is the patient enters, they ask you to do a series of tests to be done. All these series of tests to be done, what happens is the doctor tries to look into all these test data, and moment he looks from the test data, he tries to predict what is the disease. But many a times this comes to the doctor by experience, or there might be a small trace of some abnormality which gets skipped by the doctor. So today when artificial intelligence is used in a healthcare system, it tries to exactly analyze the data, do a early prediction, or make an accurate diagnostic of the diseases. Today, AI is assisting robo, and this is used for surgery so that you make a safe and a precise operation. When you make a precision operation, the post health care is reduced to a large extent. And the second thing, many a times when the doctor starts doing an operation, and if there are abnormalities, only by his maturity he is able to take a decision. Now AI comes in a big way. It tries to tell you that, okay, this is what has happened and this is what is going to go. And the AI also gives a multiple choice answer to the question of the current status of operation, what is going on there. And the last thing is AI is now trying to talk about with personalized healthcare. Personalized healthcare advice is done. For example, in your genetic, if you have something which is abnormal, then you will be very clear when it is getting cured, all those abnormalities are taken care. Many a times you would have gone to doctor and the doctor would have asked you, do you have an allergy towards this medicine, allergy towards that medicine? So why is he asking that? Because once he gets that detail, he will try to personalizedly develop a advice for you, and the AI can also monitor a patient remotely, and timely care can be given to the patient required. So this is where AI is exhaustively used in healthcare. AI plays a very, very important role in healthcare. Next, when we move AI towards transportation, today we are talking about self-driving cars. These self-driving cars are driverless cars. It tries to improve the road safety and also the traffic congestion. When we start having the self-driving car, the Brownian motion, an animal coming, a cyclist coming, all these things will be avoided. So it will improve the road safety. And a country like India, where there are major road accidents, major death comes from road accidents, which comes from road accidents, so that can be avoided. And the traffic congestion to a large extent can be controlled if there is becoming a driverless car. So the AI is used exhaustively there. Next one is managing traffic by analyzing the data real time, as well as making the journey more easier and faster, could be done by integrating AI in the regular transport phenomena. For example, if there are a cluster of people accumulated there, then immediately you try to do a care, and that care can be used in making it better efficient. The next one is AI, which is used for personal assistance. AI, so today we have a device which is called a Siri. So we always try to call Siri. Siri has become now a personalized companion on our everyday life. So Siri is set for giving you soft reminders, answer to the questions, give directions, and it even makes you reservation for ticket booking, or reservation for hotel, or reservation for even a barber booking, or reservation for a hospital. It does it. So the personalized assistance using AI is also now coming up in a very big way. The learning over interaction and becoming more personalized over time makes tasks more easier and saves a lot of time. So AI is now used almost like a personal assistant. So Siri is one good example. So it tries to give you reminders for medicine, for an appointment. Even it can even answer questions which are very typical. For example, if I travel, if I wanted to do an optimization, that I have this event, that event, I have to go to this place to travel. Everything what it does is it analyzes and gives you the best way. For example, I want to go to Delhi, attend a meeting on 20th. I have a free day on 21st. 22nd, I have another meeting. Now 21st, which all places should I go, so that I can try to optimize my time and requirement. So that can be done using this personalized assistance. Then the next one is AI being used for education. So when we talk about education, today education has become a big industry where there is lot of personalization has to happen. So personalization has to happen. This personalization is nothing but understanding your basic level and trying to plan your learning schedule and the course material. So that is what is going to be done using AI today. So personalized learning experience is going to be done in AI in the industry of education. So then intelligent tutorial systems which will be generated adopting the known of the student, the knowledge of the student, the interest of the student, keeping this knowledge and interest. They are trying to bring in intelligent tutorial systems which can help you in improvising it. Then personalizing the content. So what truly you want, you try to do it. So that is personalizing content and feedback. Then it is not only that, it also helps to administer the task of teaching by a teacher which is more focused towards teaching. And language translation is also done by AI today. So if you have a material in Telugu or Tamil or in Hindi, if you want to convert into English or English to Hindi, so it is also possible. So AI in education is going to be a big future in the coming days. So here it is going to be more and more personalized learning, personalized course content, personalized evaluation. So all these things are going to come under AI today. The next big industry which we are going to look at it, AI going to come forward, is customer service. AI chatbots and virtual agents have been used by several of the big companies. So this has improved their customer service. They have given accurate response and 24/7 response. Natural language processing and machine learning has enhanced the customer satisfaction. So today what is happening is, when you try to book a ticket in Indigo or something else, they always try to say they have been governed by an AI. So the AI backend runs, and the AI backend tries to tell them what is required and how are they supposed to take care with the requirements. And knowing the traffic jam, knowing the set of questions which come in the last 6 6 hours. So then immediately it flashes all the results first. So as soon as you log into it, it tries to say, if you have a problem like this is a solution. If you have this is a solution. This is what is, and more than this, if you want to go, so here is an alternative. That's what it is. So AI getting used in customer service is another big thing which is very much talked about. AI in entertainment and gaming. All your Netflix, whatever you enjoy, all your music, whatever you enjoy, that is all run at the back end is AI. So when we try to take Netflix, when you try to choose a movie, or when you try to have choices in front of you, that is all driven in AI. AI makes the entertainment industry and gaming more excited, and it is more personalized. Movie, music content is there. Nowadays they are trying to create realistic characters and immersive gaming experience is done by using AI. Okay, and the next big industry is finance and systems. So finance and systems, it is used exhaustively to find out that the frauds and assessing risks and making it more efficient. So there AI is playing a very important role. And automated investment recommendations, which is required. So, okay, I have 100 rupees. Where do I invest? And how do I invest? How do I do my financial planning? How am I going to take that money? What is the performance of this company? All these things are done by AI. So whatever earlier there used to be a consultant, a financial consultant, that will be taken away by AI. The next big industry is going to be cyber security. Cyber security is used for analyzing the traffic, detecting threats, and protecting and digital access is given. So there AI is going to play a very, very important role. Today cyber security is something, see, even in our credit card system is working on one level security. So you have a credit card, then there is a OTP coming. Somehow if I can breach my OTP, then you can try to get all the money transaction without anything. So still whatever is available today is not safe. It is not safe and it is not correct. So cyber security is something which is very, very important, and AI is playing and going to play a major role. It helps in analyzing network traffic, detecting threats, protecting our digital access. So AI in ML has been put in a big extent. So it has found out attacks, and it has also continuously evolved security systems in the country or in the world. So next example is going to be AI in agriculture. Crop yield and resource management is a very prime focus of using AI. So drones are equipped with AI-powered camera which can monitor the crop health and detect the disease. So the farmers can be helped in giving decisions about planting and irrigation, what is to be done. So AI plays a very, very important role in the application of agriculture. So the next example, what I would try to take is AI using in manufacturing and automation. Today, there are intelligent robots and machines which have come into existence. So very complex path detection, very complex machining sequence, very complex quality assurance, productivity improvement. All these things play a very, very important role. So AI is used also for predictive maintenance as well as preventive maintenance. Both are very important, where AI is going to play a very important role in manufacturing and automation. Today, we buy a washing machine at our home, looking into the pattern of our usage. So I use three times washing machine. In the morning I use woolen clothes. Afternoon I use school uniform. In the evening I use a thin dress or underwears and undergarments or in undercloths. So all these three things will work in three different loads, three different patterns. So when it works in three different patterns, I will try to figure out what is the load on the machine, what is the life of the motor, when should I change the motor. So all these things are done with the AI data, and this helps in manufacturing and automation in a big way. My last example is going to be environmental conservation. Today, AI is used very much in finding out a pattern or a cluster of fishes which exist in one zone, and depending upon the temperature, how do they migrate from one zone to the other. The other thing is, how is the forest fire there, and what, depending upon the temperature, humidity, how is the forest fire getting induced, and what is the moving pattern of a tiger or a elephant or a group of elephant or a pack of leopards, whatever it is. I would try to understand based on what environmental conditions do they move. So here also we effectively try to use AI. So AI is going to be part and parcel of our life. AI, it is going to be a threat for people who are unskilled and who are semi-skilled at a lower thing. We need a lot and lot many more people to use AI and to program on AI, develop an application on AI for required applications. There is going to be a huge future for people in computer science and other engineering background who starts working towards AI. So AI will be used very much in smartphones, smart homes, agriculture, health, transportation, education, personalized assistance, service, financial assistance, and manufacturing and automation. So AI is going to be the future. In AI, we will still have a huge scope because we have generated data in the last 50 years. And in the last 10 years, we have come, sensor technology has grown up in a very big way. So more and more data, more and more learning, more and more learning, more and more problem solving, more and more problem solving, more and more decision making. So all these things are going to be part and parcel of AI. So with that, I would like to conclude my talk, which I tried to cover a little bit of AI and its application. So I gave you live examples of Alexa. I gave you live examples of Siri. So these two you guys are already enjoying. The other big industry for you guys, it is going to be AI in education. A course has to be taught. My level of understanding in the course is low. Your level of understanding is very high. So for both of us, the course has to be tweaked. The content has to be given. The content has to be evaluated. And I have to normalize and give the grade across the class. So personalized teacher, personalized content, personalized examination, all are going to be done using AI. Currently, I am working in a project with the UP state, wherein which we are trying to identify at a very nascent age of children from 6th standard to 8th standard. We are trying to understand their writing pattern, their understanding, subject wise, topic wise, what does a teacher teach, and for a teacher what is missing, what is his notion wrong, and how are the students after understanding and writing it, and how are they conducting experiments, what are all the experimental tools required such that the reinforced learning can happen between the class 6 to 8 in UP state. So completely it is a very challenging project wherein which we try, the questions are subjective questions. We scan the answer, we find out the pattern, and the evaluation is also a challenge. We give 10 points. Out of that 10 points, 2 points if the kid writes, we have to give him marks. So days to come, this is all going to be a challenge. So I would suggest that you guys slowly start looking into this area, get yourself ready for a next big leap. And you guys are intellectually rich. You have got enough of exposure. I am sure you guys will excel when you get into the world of artificial intelligence and its usage. With that, thank you so much for the opportunity. I made it very brief. I could not come personally there because of my limitations. So I would be happy to take questions. And I see Datta sir joined. So hello, sir.
Hello, Professor
Yeah.
Kumar. Very nice seeing you.
Yeah, so I just made it very basic so that I thought I can have audience interaction. So I did that. But I am open for questions, sir. I'm open for questions. Anything from the audience. If there are questions, I'll be happy to take.
Thank you so much, sir. No questions from our side, and we are very much happy to have you on our conference, and we missed the opportunity of meeting you in person. Hope to
Yeah,
see you in
but
the next
yeah,
conference.
yeah.
Sure.
But I just wanted to tell only one thing. Since all these applications and algorithms are getting developed, still there is one blue area or a gray area where engineers play an important role is how do I define the problem? Define the problem such that AI can understand and give a solution. So that is a place where we still need lot and lot of engineers. There is a situation. So in that situation, how do I understand the situation and do it? For example, today there is a conference. There are people who are ready. How will I attract the audience to come to the conference, sit there, and make my presentation impressive? So all these things AI will do. So now that small thing, how do, what do? So I should give that option. So here is an area where it is still open. I will finish my talk with a simple example. I meet a girl and then I wanted to ask the girl, which color do you choose? Right? Or which color do you like? So I wanted to start the conversation with that girl. So I say that I like blue color. Right? So the next thing what I say is, don't you? If I say that, is it a wrong question? I like blue color, don't you? If I ask that, is it something wrong? It is not wrong, right? But you should see my intentions. I like blue. I want you also to say blue. So when I say don't you, so that means to say you are supposed to tell blue. Suppose if the girl says yellow, right? So then the first question between us itself gets defeated. So the question what I ask should be, I like blue color. What is your choice? So if I put the question that way, then the opponent will clearly say, I also like blue, but I like yellow most. So now she has clearly conveyed that yellow color she likes, and I have not forced her to say blue color. See here, in which can you realize the difference? Only by the question, what is the data which is getting generated makes a big difference. So question, setting the question for AI to extract from the data is very important. Okay. So if there are no other questions, thank you so much for the opportunity. I will definitely look forward to come to Galgotia College once and then participate in the forthcoming event. Thank you so much. And I wish you all good luck. Happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you, sir, and same to you. Now we have Professor Dr. Malay Kishore Datta, Director, Center of Artificial Intelligence and Dean Student Research, Amity University, Noida. Now he's there to address the audience. Sir, over to you.
Okay, good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible.
Can I just share? I think I have 10 minutes time. So
yes, sir.
Can I share the screen?
Yeah, sure. You have the sharing rights with you.
Okay. Just trying to ensure if the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, the screen is visible to us.
Can you see something like artificial intelligence, powerful science, disruptive innovations?
We can see the presentation.
Okay, so good morning to all of you. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizers of Galgotia's College of Engineering Technology for inviting me in this interesting and important conference. So thank you all. Thank you, organizers. Thank you especially Professor Vishnu Sharma, who has invited me, and other Director General, and of course, the top management of your institution. My name is M.K. Datta. I'm particularly an AI scientist. So Professor Ram Kumar was already talking some very, in very crisp manner. He has given you some points in which AI can impact our life. Well, let me tell you, AI has come here to stay with us. So AI is not going to go away from our life by any means. Only thing is that it's going to upgrade and it will become an integral part of our life at any, it won't go away. The disruptive nature of this technology is so much, and unprecedented transformations that we have seen Now, if you look into the people who are making comments, and the guys who are actually, let's talk about the top people. Let's talk about Geoffrey Hinton. Let's talk about Lee Kahn. Let's talk about Yashito Bengio, Andrew Ng, the guys who actually discovered and invented, these deep learning methodologies. The guys who actually gave the world. Now they themselves have got difference of opinion. They're confused, and nobody knows how this disruptive nature is moving. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but also I'll say there's a lot of excitement and a lot of interesting things, and opportunities wait in the near future. Let's talk about science, technology, engineering, management. Everywhere AI has intervened, and if you look into the top 100 company, 500 company of the list. There was I think NASCOM had done a survey, and it seems 70% of the revenue they are going to invest. Fortune 500, top 100 companies, or Fortune 500 company in AI and machine learning models. So it has not only taken over the IT sector, but then it's also taken up almost manufacturing sectors, automobile sector, civil sector, smart cities, so many things. Very recently there was a summit in Pragati Maidan last week. I think most of you know that. Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. Our Honorable Prime Minister had inaugurated the event and had given a very distinct message. If you have some of you who have listened to our Honorable Prime Minister on 12th of December in Pragati Maidan, I was there, and he made it very categorical that the country's future, the country's economy, the country's technological future is completely based on this disruptive innovation called artificial intelligence. Of course, at the same time, there were some ethical issues and there are some hiccups, which you mentioned. So more or less, a lot of challenges, a lot of threats, a lot of issues, everything comes in deep fake, so many things. But then what I would like to tell you is that this technology has come here to be a part of our life. Like large language models, generative AI, the courses that the areas in which AI has intervened is extremely disruptive, and the power seems to be, infinite and unlimited, and nobody knows where we're going. Even the inventor of deep learning, like Geoffrey Hinton, he himself do not know. He said that what I expected 30 to 40 years from now it's already happening now. I'll just maybe 5 more minutes. I'll test some examples. So Professor Ramkumar has mentioned about my previous talk. Talk already mentioned about some of the broad areas in which AI, artificial intelligence, there's a lot of applications. I'll talk about some specific things that we have done. One question that I always like to discuss in talks, that why deep learning has research. The resurgence of deep learning, when now, there's the last 6 to 7 years, deep learning has really taken up the world by storm. The question is, if you look into the basics, mathematics of deep learning is based on backpropagation model. Backpropagation 1974. Hinton had given backpropagation 1974. Stochastic gradient model 1952. Okay, so the mathematics in which the basic artificial intelligence is based, maybe 30 years, 40 years, 50 years back, they were already in existence. The question is, why did it come? Why did the resurgence, or why the popularity has become so much now? I'll tell you, students and friends, there are 3 important reasons for the resurgence of technologies like deep learning, deep neural networks, generative AI. First is the availability of big data. You have got billion data points in the current times with the distributed networks, and so much of server space that you have. 15 years you go back, we were in MBs. Today we are in GBs and TBs. So as we know that any AI model like generative AI models or deep neural network models, they're very much data hungry. The more amount of data you feed, the more accuracy with which the model will converge. So the availability of big data is the most important point for this resurgence. Second is hardware. Big players like NVIDIA. I think most of you heard about NVIDIA. They have come up with amazing processing units. Like they call it as CUDA, CUDA, a computing distributed architecture where you can see massive parallelization has been done. For example, if you want to train 100, let's say you want to train a computer to classify 100 categories of animals. If you go 20 years back, it has to be a sequential processing. First, it will process tiger, then lion, then elephant, then monkey, then donkey. The process will go on in a sequential manner. Today, the massive parallelization powers of CUDA technologies in NVIDIA processors, you can customize them parallelly. You can load the GPUs and it will run most likely what 15 years back, the training time maybe 24 hours, 48 hours. In the current times, you can train it in 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes or even less. So that is the second reason. And the third reason is the big players, like Google, Microsoft. Everybody has come up with their own architectures. For a young kid now, let's say you are a young AI scientist, you are a young AI student, and you want to start some training models, you did not write the differential equations and the backpropagation algorithms coding on yourself. Very, very customized boxes like Keras. I'm sure some of you have heard about Keras. You've heard about TensorFlow models. So everything, Google DeepMind, the good thing about that Google DeepMind company is that they have made it open source. So TensorFlow is widely accepted architectures that people have accepted, even PyTorch. I think Microsoft have given CNTK models. So almost all big players have given you some sort of architectures in which you can play upon, and the libraries are ready. So maybe a deep neural network 15 years back, you have to write 1,000 line code. Today you can write in 15 lines maybe. So everything you can believe in an optimizer, even a regularization process or whatever. You just call a library, and you are very much there to proceed with your code. So this is what it is, and maybe 2-3 examples. I'll tell you what I've done, but then before that, three in our country at national level, because I was there in that global partnership of that artificial intelligence. Or I heard our honorable Prime Minister talking. I'll tell you 3 areas have been identified in our national context in which AI will find massive application. One is healthcare, second is agriculture sector, and the third is sustainable, you can say smart cities, sustainable infrastructure. Smart cities, that will cover a lot of things like traffic control, civil aviation, maybe electricity control, maybe water supply, whatever in daily routine in a smart city required, they will be controlled most likely with some control points using artificial intelligence. So our government has taken a priority of these 3 verticals. So if you're a startup guy, if you're an entrepreneur, you are a PhD student, you are a BTech student, maybe you can align your research, maybe you can align your models of training in these 3 areas that may give you leverage in very near future. Now, my next part of the problem is maybe 2-3 problems I'll tell you just to emphasize the power of AI. 10 minutes is definitely not good enough to tell you so much, but then this is one problem we solved. There was a research paper published, I have mentioned, it's computation biology. What I'm trying to only tell you here is that, the computer vision using a deep neural network actually is beyond human vision. I'm making a very strong statement, if you understand. I'm saying computer vision is beyond human vision. A very strong statement I'm making. I'll tell you something about it. Well, there's a disease called osteoporosis, which is determined by a trabecular bone structure. And to actually see the trabecular bone structure, you need machines like DEXA machines. You cannot do it normal X-rays. So even if I give an X-ray to the finest radiologist of the world and ask him, can you look at the trabecular structure and tell if there is a low BMD, a low bone mineral density, having signs and symptoms of osteoporosis, maybe the finest radiologist of the world looking with his human vision system cannot give you a prediction, okay? But then computer vision is powerful enough to do that. Why? I think many of you are engineers and scientists. I'll tell you, the vision of the computer is like, you can actually, like, let's say you are using deep neural nets, you can actually visualize the X-ray in different levels and different resolutions. Let's say you are using a 10-layer or 20-layer neural net. We can break down the pattern into dots, and you build up like corners and edges, and from the low-level features, you build up the mid-level features and the constant analysis. Most likely, deep neural nets have the power. Also, the mathematical modeling, like if you can transform this, because human vision is sensitive only to the spatial structure. I mean the pixel distribution only. But then if you can transform it to a wavelet transform or into a Fourier transform or into some kind of, let's say you do a principal component analysis to find the, the main components, which is discriminatory, computer can actually visualize into a transform model as well, which human vision may not be in a position to do that. To solve this problem for a country like India, if you see in the tier 2 and the tier 3 cities, most likely you still have an X-ray, you can get an X-ray done with 100 rupees, cost, and most likely DEXA machines are not available in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. most likely this innovation of artificial intelligence will be useful. We have already done this work. We are still working with KGMA. Funded work is going on with the King George Medical University of Lucknow. We hope that it sees the end of the day, and most likely using X-rays, we must be in a position to determine the trabecular bone structure and determine the bone mineral density resulting into some kind of osteoporosis or not. Maybe two more examples. This is another innovation we very recently did, and this was in support with Department of Science and Technology. What we did here is that we collected, the machine works like that. This machine will cost you less than 10,000 rupees. There's so many papers published, I mentioned. You can take a screenshot and see more about it in case you're interested. What we do here is that a deep neural network has been trained to, on the basis of 5 classes. We have taken 4 most common cardiac problems like mitral prolapse, mitral stenosis, mitral valve prolapse, mitral regurgitation, and aortic stenosis. And of course, the 5th class was normal. So we trained this deep neural network to differentiate between the cardiac disorders and a healthy person. And we deployed it in an edge device like Raspberry Pi or a Jetson Nano. That'll cost you less than some 3,000, 4,000 rupees in the current time. So this kind of devices, once again, if you look into the national scenario, in a country like India, if you go to the let's say the tattooed cities or the remote or the villages, the primary healthcare centers, the Anganwadis, you do not have a cardiac surgeon or you do not have a cardiac specialist till for diagnosis of this kind of cardiac disorders. So this kind of devices may once again work as a screening mechanism into a health checkup camp or into a primary healthcare center. So once again, the heart of this device is based on a deep neural network. We tried on 1-dimensional time series also, and also we transformed it to a the spectrum, because heart sound has got good enough frequency component that can be transported into a spectrum analysis, and you can visualize the energies in terms of frequency, and that also can be processed as a 2-dimensional data in a deep neural network. So we tried everywhere, both the modes, and we got a very good accuracy. This is currently in clinical trials with some hospitals of Uttar Pradesh government. Maybe this is another. This is last. I think I'm done with my time. Is the host there? Am I done with my time? I can't hear anyone. So anyway, maybe this is another very interesting innovation. Am I audible to the audience?
Yes, sir, you're audible to the audience.
I have a couple of minutes more, or I'm done.
So you can take time if you want.
Okay, so this is another interesting thing. You see, this is once again, it has got a social, see, most of the work we are actually engaged has got a high social relevance. So what we try to do here is that the previous 2 examples that I had shown you was more of a detection problem, but this is a prediction problem. So what we are trying to do here is that we're trying to predict what kind of demographic habits and what kind of cytokine genetic, histopathological parameters, the combination of them may result into the chances of getting a lady into a cervical cancer. So we collected the data from King George Medical University, KGM, Lucknow. Last 5 years I was in Lucknow into AKTU, and I was the dean there and also the director of the research center. So we collected that and we trained that model. So in consultation with some doctors and clinical people, we found that some of the risk factors like age, a place of residence like urban or educational status, the menstrual hygiene problems, at what age the full term pregnancy was done, and of course some cytokine genetic parameters like of histopathological parameters. So combination of this will tell you, some with the, and we trained with 750 cervical cancer patients, and we train a regression model. So with this model, if any woman punches her data, the socio-demographic habits and the histological parameters, the regression model will tell you the risk of maybe a regression value, because regression value return between 0 to 1, some value it will return the chances and the probability of that subject getting cervical cancer in future. So this is another, and the KGMU people tested this on a database, and we reported on, I think, more than 85%, I think around 85% accuracy in the prediction problem. I think I've got a lot of things, but I'm not sure if we have time. This is another thing where what we did here is that we tried to work on, the effect of mobile phone. You see, this is a mobile phone. We normally have the habit of keeping the mobile phone very close to our head. And also during our sleeps, we just drop it just near our pillow and maybe we'll go for sleep. Now, WHO has already given an advisory that mobile radiations are carcinogenic. They cause cancer. The advisory is already issued. So here, what we did is that we took a very small, specimen called Drosophila. It's a very small. It's a robust animal. A lot of Nobel prizes has been given. Studies on Drosophila. So we tried Drosophila and we exposed the Drosophila for 8 hours per day for 3 weeks. And then we dissected the brain. If you see, I don't know if you can, I don't know, you can see the brain of the dissected Drosophila. I'm trying to show you. And then we did a lot of computer vision and geometrical aperture, and we did some, AI models we run on that. And we could see some discriminatory feature. We reported on the paper. A few papers are already published on that, and we reported on those papers that morphological, changes were reported, at a cellular level, at the brain cells of those Drosophila which were exposed to mobile radiation, which otherwise directly gives you an indication that mammals like me, we are human beings, we are mammal, we are much more prone, and we are much more because Drosophila is very robust. We are much more susceptible and vulnerable to this kind of radiations. And my suggestion to my all young friends and not so young friends is that please to keep your mobile away from your brain when you go for long discussions. Most likely you can use the Bluetooth device or something like that. A lot of things, but maybe this is the last one. This is the last one. So this is a project we did, during the COVID times. Our honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh had launched this on 26th of May. So you can imagine COVID started in first week of April, and we got only 2 weeks time. So RT-PCR kits were not available at that time. So in collaboration with King George Medical Universities and another 4 government hospitals, we trained a model. So from where the chest X-rays can be uh, used to subjected to a deep neural network to tell you whether the person has got COVID symptoms or not. So we train it for COVID. Actually, we did a four class classification: COVID, bacterial pneumonia, viral pneumonia, and normal. Because bacterial pneumonia and viral pneumonia also has got symptoms pretty similar to COVID. So this was the time, if you remember, 26th May 2020. I remember 26th May 2020 was inaugurated by our honorable Chief Minister, and 4 government hospitals were using it. If you remember, a lot of laborers returning through the highways and a lot of screening problem, etc. So this worked. So you can see. Anyway, I'll stop my discussion here. Maybe I'll stop sharing the screen. So what I'm only trying to tell you is that the disruptive power of this artificial intelligence is extremely high. And the future is uncertain, unlimited, infinite, and very exciting for sure. So if you're following the original godfathers of AI like Hinton or Andrew Ng or Goodfellow, or let's say Lee Khan or Benjo, you can see what kind of statement these people are giving. Ethics are coming into picture. Like technologies like deepfake has come into our life, where you can see the negative side of artificial intelligence. Also, if you talk about robo warriors, and if you talk about combat in military, if you start using artificial intelligence, because let's say a country develops 5,000, 50,000 robotic army, they will be shooting with precision. They're not going to miss anything. So a human army cannot fight with a robotic army. So we do not know what actually, if you ask anyone in the world, nobody knows what the future of AI is. But it's very interesting, very exciting. But for student point of view and scientist point of view, next 10 years will be decisive. So make a mark, do some good modeling, use generative AI, use deep neural networks. Diffusion models have come up. Have a good time and have an exciting time using artificial intelligence. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening to me. I don't know if somebody has a question or two. I can take some questions.
Thank you so much for the session, sir. No questions from your side. We are so happy to have you here for the conference. Thank you so much for addressing our audience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'll be continuing the valedictory session around 4:30 p.m. So you all are requested to join valedictory around 4:30 p.m. Thank you so much for the day. Thank you.